For the first time on the World Rally Championship, a warm welcome from Chile. It's round 6 of our global tour, day 2 in the longest, narrowest country on the rally planet. Here's a man who needs a lift. His bad luck goes on, his lack of confidence continues. SS8 Maria.
Yeah, instead off the start line. Yeah, you're right. So disappointing for him, a huge lack of confidence at the moment. And, you know, sometimes in interviews he might come across that he doesn't really care. That's not the case. That's just his personality. He does care massively. You know, he really does. He wants this so bad. And you don't want to start changing people's personalities, because that's when you start to ruin the people. But some people maybe have been a bit misunderstood about him in the last couple of events, maybe not really caring, but he does. He's just massively down on confidence, and that just makes him a bit quiet and a bit kind of inside himself. I just want to stay out of the limelight a bit more now. Here's another man who struggled yesterday.
Yeah, he seemed to have sorted. I mean, sorted shakedown. It was just a case of
Argentina he sorted.
one shakedown. Mikey shakedown was a case of perseverance. And it seemed because he'd won shakedown, everything was going to be tickety-boo for him on Friday. It was far from the case. And he finds himself in 8th place, 2.5 minutes down from Tanak in the lead. And after everything they achieved in Argentina, and he said to me on Wednesday, it's so good to finally deliver the performance, finally have the speed that I know I can show people in this car. It all seems to have gone, disappeared off into the Chile sky. Yeah, just looking at the dust that's coming out of the back of Andreas Mikkelsen's car as he drives through here. It's a lot drier than it was yesterday. I don't think we saw any dust until we got to the afternoon loop. And so Neuville would have looked at the damp in the road and thought, yeah, this could help me.
You could just hear the wheel spin knowing those tight corners climbing uphill.
And this is what they were talking about yesterday, you know, that they just can't get the grip. The wheels are spinning, it's not something they're used to. Again, it's a feature that they're not familiar with, because we're in a new territory.
Nice drift up there, though. You know, going uphill is always good, because you can just keep your foot in just a little bit more, because the gravity's in your favour. It keeps helping you, kind of thing. So, beautiful camera work from the helicopter. With a wastegate chatter, that chirping noise. Really pushing hard, and braking. You see the car dipping down and then rising under acceleration. Approximately 300 millimeters of travel on the suspension in the gravel settings, and it's just going up and down with the force of acceleration and braking.
SS8 Maria looking for something that can start to build his confidence today. Convince the Citroen team he knows what he's up to. Find the speed, find the performance. It's a 14.42.
But I was really slow on this one. I killed the tires completely on the first one. And if I would push on this one, I will not survive to the finish.
With a new rally, and Mikkelsen does what we're going to discuss quite a lot, but on road sections, Mikkelsen gets his co-driver Anders Jäger to drive, and Andreas will do a bit of work on his pace notes. That's particularly predominant on this rally. Tanak was doing it yesterday with Martin Ogier, Andreas Mikkelsen doing it with Anders Jäger. They sit watching their mobile phones in the co-driver's seat, checking their pace notes for the second pass, optimizing as much possible time as they can. Mikkelsen. Now, Mikkelsen must have made a mistake somewhere. 12.6 seconds down on Lappy, and Lappy's saying that he wasn't very fast. So something slightly amiss with Andreas.
Andreas, unfortunately, dropping quite a bit of time to EP, dropping also a position to him. Is everything okay?
Yeah, just taking it very careful. Yeah, not trying to get the concentration up and driving. Trying to drive fast but safe at the same time, so how it is.
No windscreen in here. No windscreen.
Oh, it'll be a breeze. Chris Meeke and Seb Marshall then, who we saw parked up in that corner in stage 7, waiting for Seb Ogier to come by after they had rolled very, very early on in the stage. So the car's still drivable, but they've had to do a fair bit of work on it to get it out there and make it competitive.
Which was really badly smashed, wasn't it? They've removed that glass.
No windscreen.
Still like you like, it'll be a breeze.
That is going to be character building.
Yeah, but it's just part and parcel of it, you know. In other forms of motorsport, they were just part of it, you know what I mean? No, we're not doing it anymore. Let's get the windscreen out and let's have a go, you know what I mean? Because I think it was kind of okay-ish. He was going slow in the previous stage, but that was because of all the damage. On with Evans, though. Here we are, halfway down the inside. Evans looks purposeful. He looks aggressive.
Up on the split.
Yeah. 5.6 up on the split. Someone in the same car. Only one car in front of him. Evans has woken up this morning, and he's had 3 weeks to fix, I think.
Where's this going?
Dear me. Just clipping those marker posts on the inside.
Yeah, the organisers have
precision.
put those in to discourage cuts. 6.3 seconds is what he takes off his teammate Tanak. We get to our championship leader, Thierry Neuville. Lovely, isn't it? On to the podium. Past Jari Matti Latvala with a stage win on stage 7. And now here is the great man, Seb Loeb, back with the Hyundai team. And
Wow! He's only 4.6 away from Latvala. Now, Latvala had a slow time in the first stage this morning because he caught and was behind his teammate in the stage, Chris Meeke, who'd had that accident. Meeke was in the way. Latvala dropping some time. Whether he'll get any time back from the stewards for that, I'm not sure. He's great. He is great. And, you know, he's coming back to just do a certain amount of rallies, help the team. And he's doing that. You know, he's the second of the 3 Hyundais. So he's in a point-scoring place.
green numbers there, end of the stage coming up. Can he keep them green? Oh yes, he can, by 4.5. Weekend he's been really hot.
Oh, look at this for second in the splits, even without a windscreen. Only 2.5 seconds down. Come on, Chris Meeke, Seb Marshall.
Who needs any of that aerodynamics?
It's like, tell you what, super cool. They need those down because they won't.
Who needs the aero work when you haven't got a windscreen?
That's great. Look at this speed, 144 kilometers an hour.
Even when we mangled it.
Yeah, brilliant. But this is what this sport's all about as well. Never ever give up. Seb Marshall's door. I don't know what's holding that shut now because the roof vent's gone. There we go. There's even more air coming in. But Seb Marshall's door wouldn't stay shut in the previous stage.
That's
brilliant.
I'm expecting it to open at any minute now. Seb on the left as we look at it. I think he might just have cable tied it closed.
Well, it might be cable tied or taped together. But the boys and girls are telling they've got a little bit of work to do. But I tell you what.
Oh, maybe they haven't. Maybe just leave him like that for the rest of the day.
But if the speed can be there, that's the most important thing. And a lot of that is cosmetic, you know? All of that is cosmetic.
He's had a wake-up call is what he's had. Well, he's been like that for today, all by a couple of
They've got to do the
kilometres.
interview through the front windscreen. Come on, don't do it naturally through the side door. Let's do it through the front windscreen.
I think that could be the only one. The door certainly won't be opening, will it?
Well, I think his door's okay. It's Seb's door that's not okay.
But you might open it, it might fall off.
All we've got to hope is that there is...
It's incredible.
There's no roll cage damage on that car. That's what we've got to hope, because if there is, the FIA would stop it.
Chris Meeke drops 3.7 seconds, which, bearing in mind what has happened, is miraculous.
Unfortunately, dropped a whole rake of time in the first one.
It looks like one of those cool Lego figures.
7 minutes, 6 to 7 minutes in the first one, so huge disappointment. But that is pretty cool.
Well, as ever, they put on a show, these two. They put on a show.
That is decidedly second hand, isn't it? There's a huge amount of damage in there. Oh,
that doesn't look good.
Chris. What an experience that must have been. You just went second quickest, only dropping 3.7 seconds to Loeb without a windscreen.
It wasn't my plan.
It's been an eventful morning for you.
Yeah. Yeah, what can I do?
Back with Jari-Matti Lamvala, whose bid is to get onto the podium places. And he's looking good, up by 0.4 of a second at the second split. That's what, just over 9 kilometres into the stage. Lamvala back to his old tricks. I think he's looked at a lot of these roads and thought, yes, I like it.
Yeehaw! Is probably what he thought, didn't he?
It's like home from home.
Hang on,
Whoa, who's that? Who is that? What is that?
I think it's got to be Neuville.
That is Thierry Neuville.
That's a big shunt. That's a big oh my word. Look at, he's out the car. Oh my God. He's out of the car. That's Nicholas who is out of the car.
That is huge.
That is a big crash. That is a big crash. Nicholas is out of the car.
Nicholas is the co-driver.
Can't see Thierry quite yet. There's no one in that car, I don't think, is there?
Oh my word, that is the...
If the camera goes wider, we'll see Neuville somewhere. Nicholas is just looking for something in the car, probably the triangle, because he'll need to warn the following cars, because that car obviously is... And maybe Neuville is up the road slowing them down, because I didn't see... That's a big crash. That is...
That is some image.
Yeah.
That is quite a disturbing sight. How? Not far to go now.
Trims another one of those sticks. Evans took one, Jari took one. Look at the cornering in there. Speed.
Corner is the stage end and he's dropped 0.2 of a second.
Jari-Matti, there's certainly plenty of stories to tell from this morning. Meeke rolling in the previous stage. Now you've just passed Neuville rolling in this stage. You are safely at the end and also gaining a position on this stage.
Yeah, it's, I would say, it was not easy stage. There was a place where you can, it's like a flat over the crest, and there was a couple of marshals on the road, and I wasn't sure what is happening, so I was a little bit lifted, but still I went wide on the same corner, but Neuville had rolled, and it was quite later on on the road, so very nasty place.
What a situation to be in.
Just some more news on Neuville and Gilles. Off camera, we have seen both crew out. We saw Nicholas, we hadn't seen Thierry, but we now have seen Thierry on other shots. So just say they're both out of the car, they're both okay. Ogier 4.9 down at this split. Remember, he was saying this morning, he had no grip, no confidence. Yesterday he was happy. This morning, different character stages, and he's just struggling just a little bit.
Seb Ogier can do what one or two of the other drivers have done in this open section here. Just steal back a second or two. He dropped 4.3.
I think has he pulled some back there? I can't remember now.
Stage win, Seb Loeb.
Hang about. Whoa. There's a certain Estonian pairing might have something to say about that.
Do you think he will?
Seb, everything seems to be happening this morning. I'm sure you've seen with your own eyes that Neuville has rolled in this stage. How are you getting on?
Yeah, it looks like he had a big crash, so I hope they are okay. Yeah, good. That's the most important.
You said on the previous stage the car was a little bit unstable. Is it better now?
It's not fantastic, but I keep fighting. Obviously, we lost a bit of time also now passing Neuville, but we'll keep trying.
Yeah, that's the Ogier mission at the moment, not just to win stages, make the car fast,
So
but he's got...
Neuville's car, Tanak coming past. So there's the crest. He's gone a long way, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So the car's now been moved to the side.
Crest and then a compression, and then it just veers to the right. Maybe that was how he got caught out.
That, I'm trying to think, Neuville in his career has had a couple of biggies. That, looking at the car, is up there, you know what I mean? Oh, hang it right, you might be right with the Frenchman. Oh, Tanak's only 0.7, let's see. Remember, Tanak's carrying 22-ish kilos heavier, he's got 2 spares. They have to carry them through the whole loop. They can't discard them when they don't want to. They're tyre marked when they leave the service. Neuville was saying this morning he didn't think there'd be an issue with tyre wear. Tanak's got a comfortable lead in World Rally terms. It's a huge lead. In fact, had rallies won by a couple of seconds. It's a massive lead that he's got, but he can take that extra comfort blanket, the extra tyre, give himself also the options of rotating the tyres more, so he's not kind of wearing them out as much. Nice and careful into there, though. Quite slow, isn't it? We're just neat and tidy. I think there is a bit of tyre conservation kind of in the tighter stuff, limiting the massive amounts of heavy braking and big wheel spin.
Well, he doesn't need to attack and continue to attack now. He had a very big lead at the beginning of the day. He's got that comfort blanket we talked about, and he's seen one of his championship rivals not make it to the end of the stage. 1.2 seconds drop.
Just going to write in my book.
Stage winner,
Loeb.
Seb Loeb.
Oit third quickest through the stage, but I'm sure you've just seen Thierry Neuville next to the road after his roll. This certainly does open things up quite a bit with the championship.
Not at the moment. We are still in the middle of the rally, and can happen to anyone. So yeah, nobody's safe, but yeah, just try to be careful at the moment. It's really, really tough for the tires, so we really need to manage.
Let's add all the numbers up then. Stage 8 of the 16, it goes to Loeb by 2/10 from Jari-Matti Lavela. Oit Tanak 1.2 seconds slower than that. Then Chris Meeke without a windscreen and with 1 or 2 scratches and dents, followed by Ogier, Evans, Suninen and Lappi. What a stage. What a stage. Let's have a look at the lead now for the Estonian, and it's up to 30.8 seconds over Seb Ogier with Jari-Matti Lavela third. Then it goes Loeb, Evans, Suninen, Lappi and Mikkelsen. Well, let's go back and see if we can have another look at Thierry Neuville. This was the site as we last left it, and here they are turning that bruised Hyundai i20 onto its wheels again. Both driver and co-driver out of it, we should say at that point, but that looks as if it is going to be the end of Thierry Neuville's bid to win Rally Chile.
Thierry, we're live on All Live. We witnessed a big shunt in stage 8. First and foremost, how are you and Nicholas?
Yeah, Nicholas and me, myself, are good. Obviously, we had quite a big shock this morning in the car, a couple of shocks, but we survived, and we had both a proper checkup in the hospital here, which did a very good job, and we are both fine.
The next question we've got to ask is what exactly happened? It just was the slightest crest. What went wrong?
I mean, a little bit optimistic. The pace notes was like a slight right flat over crest, and yeah, I went a little bit wide, and we hit the edge, and then immediately we rolled the car.
That is how fine the World Rally Championship is now. Small margin. Did you think you were going to get away with it?
Obviously, you never know. I felt immediately that we're going to hit the rear in the wall, but obviously it was quite a deep ditch, so yeah, there are a few chances only to get away with that.
What kind of dent does this put in the championship?
I mean, the situation is definitely not the one we wanted, but we can look forward to the upcoming events. If we won't be first in the championship anymore after this event, it will give us a better road position for the upcoming events, more chances on good results, and to fight back. I mean, even if we go away from here, I mean, the gap will be not that big between Ogier and Tanak and me. So the championship is still very open.
Also, something positive is how strong that car is. Hyundai have built, the boys and girls at Hyundai have built FIA safety standards. What message have you got for them?
No, I mean, generally all the cars. We have seen several crashes. We saw Lappi also in Argentina. We have seen Chris Meeke last year, and we see this new generation cars are very, very strong and can take a lot of impacts, and the crew can get away without any injury. So really pleased to see that. I didn't expect to test myself to be a crash dummy, but obviously driving at that high speed on the edge all the time, especially when you're fighting for second place and the championship points, it can happen.
You came in on crutches. Just give us an update. What is exactly wrong with why the crutches?
No, immediately I felt some pain in my left leg and saw some blood, so I asked straight away for ambulance to check, but it's just a few stitches and it will be fine.
back for Portugal.
Oh, definitely. Next week, testing already.